much taller than all the other girls, and I know that makes her very self-conscious. Maybe go and explain to her that you've been worrying about boys and it's not her changing beside you that makes you uncomfortable, okay?
She asked to sit next to me?
Yeah, Coach replies with a nod. She's a very caring young lady, and I have to assume she wants to make a friend.
Oh.
Alex sighs, lowering her head as she comes to understand why her behavior got such a reaction from Alice.
It didn't even occur to me. I guess I have been acting a little strange.
I took Coach's advice and spoke to Alice after I left her office. Thankfully for me, Alice was so understanding about my behavior in the changing room. I told her I was going through some stuff, and she was more than kind about it. She listened to me and even gave me sympathy. It was a surreal moment. I was half expecting her to call me a wimp, but that never happened. She even waited for me to change, which was a little embarrassing, but she was very complimentary about my figure. It's so strange, having gone from a male who wants to be muscular to being praised for how slender I am. I've always been skinny, but I guess now that I'm a girl, it's now a good thing? I'm just not used to it. I can't stop myself from thinking I need to hit the gym and bulk up. Hey, Alexis? Alice says politely as we walk down the empty school corridors together. I'm relatively short compared to her, so I do have to look up. Part of me worries that having to do that is going to make her self-conscious. Call me Alex, I reply with a courteous smile. And yeah, what's up? I was wondering who does your hair. It's such a beautiful color, Alice beams. I've wanted to dye my hair for years, but I'm so nervous I'm going to ruin it. What salon do you go to? I touch my bangs with my fingertips and try desperately to think up an answer. I can't tell Alice that my mom's a magical space cat, now can I? I can't remember, I answer bashfully, telling her a white lie. You can't? Alice says with a friendly chuckle. Surely it took hours. You would have sat there talking to your stylist, I'm sure, and you're telling me you can't remember? Alex, don't hold out on me. I've been looking for a new hairdresser for ages. I feel my cheeks burning, but I look up at Alice and she's got her hands together like she's begging me for an answer. Nervously smiling back through gritted teeth, I decide to tell her a half-truth. My mom did it for me. Alice looks down at me, impressed, but I can see she's thinking. I can't ask Mom to do her hair. Mom said it herself, she's got no magic left, and trying to use more might mean she'd die. She certainly can't do it the normal way either. I've seen her with scissors. It's like watching a child use them. Guess that makes sense. She'd probably have to adjust to her human form. Alice grins at me, and I know she's going to ask if Mom can do hers. Alice begins to speak. Do you think... Look who it is, Marissa interrupts as she steps out maliciously in front of us, blocking our path. If it isn't our newest resident skank and her beanpole of a teammate. We both stop, and I can't help but notice the nasty expression on Marissa's face. She's clearly waited for me after school. Why is she being so mean to me? I've done nothing to her. I back away a little, scared of what she might do and say. I still haven't gotten over the vile things she said about me at lunch. Who are you calling a skank? Alice exclaims, stepping slightly in front of me. The only skank I see here is you, Marissa. Leave us alone. I watch Marissa gasp and pull a shocked face. She looks up at Alice, and her expression turns even more unpleasant. Look at you acting all chivalrous, Alice, Marissa scoffs. If you get any taller, I'd swear you're a man. Now go away. I want to talk to your skanky little friend over there. Alice doesn't move. She stands firm in front of me. I honestly can't believe she's protecting me. I feel terrible that Marissa said horrible things to Alice about her height. I want to speak up and defend Alice from such nasty words, but before I can even say anything, Marissa talks over us both with such hate in her voice. Alice, Marissa snarks, flicking back her long hair with such sassy confidence. If you don't get out of my way, I'll tell my father about this, and he will make it a living hell for your mother at work. I look up at the frustration plastered across Alice's face. Marissa's really getting to her, and I can tell. The obnoxious smirk on Marissa's face makes my blood boil too. What is it you want to talk to me about? I ask anxiously, almost finding it painful to speak. Marissa's face lights up. Raising a single hand, she starts inspecting her nails as she speaks. I want you to quit the soccer team, Alex. I don't like the attention you're receiving. It's not good for the natural order of things. My face drops. She wants me to do what? Natural order? Alice huffs. It's not all about you, Marissa. The boys know you're a nasty piece of work, and that's why they avoid you. Gah! Marissa laughs sarcastically. Are you protecting again, Beanpole? I think it's more that the boys don't come near you because they're worried you've got a bigger sausage than they do. Why is she being like this? Poor Alice. What a nasty thing to say. We've only been friends for an hour or so, and I already can tell how caring and gentle Alice really is. Are girls always this nasty to each other? Alice says nothing, and that makes my heart bleed. If I was still a boy, I'd whisk her away from this situation and promptly tell her how pretty she is. Good. Marissa giggles maniacally and smirks. I'm glad that shut you both up. Now, Alex. Marissa steps toward me with one hand hidden behind her back. I look up at her for a second, but that nasty and snidey expression on her face makes me quickly look away. Go away, Marissa, Alice says meekly as she wipes her eyes. Not till I've gotten what I want, Marissa continues to giggle, slowly approaching me with a stare that could curdle water. Not expecting it at all, Marissa lunges at me and grabs me with one strong hand. It all happens so fast, and it leaves me completely in shock. She takes hold of one of my arms and twists it around my back, pushing it up tight. Her other arm swiftly wraps itself around my neck, and she has me pinned and unable to move. My heart beats like crazy as I see the shining metallic shimmer of a large pair of cloth-cutting scissors. She holds them in her hand that's attached to the arm around my neck. My eyes bulge as I gaze at Alice, desperate for help. I can see the shock and fear in Alice's eyes looking back at me. I can't believe this is happening. Such pretty long hair, Marissa whispers sinisterly in my ear as she yanks my arm further up my back to cause me pain. I squeal and yelp. What are you planning to do with those scissors, Marissa? Alice asks hesitantly. Let her go, and I promise I won't tell any teachers about this. Marissa giggles in my ear and wafts the scissors around in front of my face. You won't tell anyone about this, Alice. Otherwise, your deadbeat mom will be out of a job for the 3rd time this year. Marissa opens the scissors and clicks them shut just inches from my face. We wouldn't want that now, would we, Alice? Plus, I'm going to do Alex here a favor. Kicking at my back leg, somehow Marissa hits it just in the right place. It causes my legs to buckle. I fall to the floor in a heap. I don't even have time to react before Marissa has both her hands on my shoulders, pinning me to the floor. Marissa! Alice gasps, flinching as I fall to the floor. She talks like a boy, she walks like a boy, she dresses like a boy, Marissa says in a frenzy. She even likes to be called a boy's name and even plays for the soccer team. Marissa grasps a chunk of my long hair. I then feel a pain I've never felt before as she yanks my entire head back. I'm forced to stare up at the ceiling as Marissa pulls tight on my hair and holds me in place. I can't help but start crying as she laughs out loud. Is there something you want to tell us, Alex? Marissa asks, yanking back hard on my hair, causing me to squeal. Is there a reason you're such a tomboy? Now sobbing, I don't know what I should do. Marissa's tight grip on my hair really hurts. That's when I hear her snipping with the scissors by my ear. Maybe it's that you're really a boy. Marissa suggests with a hatred I've never felt from anyone else before. Let me do you a favor, skank, and give you a haircut more fitting for the boy you clearly want to be. I wince and cough as tears streak down my face. Is she going to cut my hair? And just like that, I feel her bring the open scissors to the roots of my hair. My heart skips a beat as I feel the cold metal against my scalp. Oh, please don't. I sob desperately, trying to wriggle free. This is my school, Marissa spits, forcing me to be still with her other hand that's pressed against my shoulder and neck. It's disgusting how you think you're prettier than me, Alex. Well, let's see how pretty you are when I cut your vomit-colored hair. I close my eyes tight, wishing this was just a bad dream. However, the cold of the floor against my bare legs and the pain of my hair being pulled tight only makes this more real and hurtful. Staring at the ceiling, I find my will to fight fate, and I quickly give in. I close my eyes and wait for her to snip. I've had short hair all my life. Maybe it won't be that bad if I just let her take her anger out on me. As my body sags and all my fight disappears, I feel a gust of wind rush past my face. A loud thud follows. Marissa's grip on my body disappears in an instant. "Get off her!" Alice screams, standing over me with both her hands out, like she's just thrust out instinctively. My head snaps back and I'm left dazed and a little confused. Now able to lower my head, I weep at Alice's feet as she stands over me. "Bitch!" I hear Marissa screech. Then I hear the clatter and the sound of scissors being dropped on the floor. "I told you to leave us alone!" Alice growls as she pulls me quickly to my feet. In shock and shaking like a leaf in a tornado, Alice has to drag me away as my feet forget how to walk. "You slut, Alice!" Marissa shouts as we walk away. "My dad is going to hear about this, and your mom is so totally fired." Holding me around the waist, Alice guides me away. My feet eventually do as they're told, and we both find ourselves moving at speed. Tears in my eyes and fear in my heart, I dare not look back at Marissa. I just pray she's not following us. "You okay?" Alice asks, whisking me away as I struggle to keep up with her long strides. "No," I reply, crying my heart out. This is the second time I've had to be rescued from that girl today. Why didn't anyone warn me about her? I don't think I'm the prettiest girl in school. I just want to play soccer and make my family proud. "I won't let her touch you again like that," Alice says, angry and upset. "I'm sorry I didn't help sooner. She scares me. That girl is a complete psycho." Rushing around a corner, Alice pushes open a classroom door and guides me inside. The room is very quiet and relatively dark, as the only light coming in is the late evening sun. We press up against the wall and hide, hoping Marissa can't find us. "Why me?" I ask quietly, rubbing at my tear-moistened eyes. "She's done this before," Alice explains, gazing through the glass. "Her dad is some big shot, and because of that, she thinks she owns this school, and, well, frankly, everyone in it." I sniff back and try to clear my eyes with my sleeve. "I know her dad is rich," I reply, having heard rumors of him throwing his weight around. "But why is she picking on me? She's never had a problem with me in the past." Alice throws me a quick and perplexed glance, like I've said something stupid, before resuming her watch. "I heard she gave you a hard time at lunch, too," Alice says. "Luke pulled you away, right?" "Yeah," I nod, sniffing back again. Alice looks at me and smiles. "He's kind, isn't he?" "Who, Luke?" I ask. "Yeah, I think he might be one of the only boys in our school who actually knows how to use soap. His hair is so lush and soft. I often ask him what products he uses." "Oh," I reply, not really sure what else to say. "I guess Luke is handsome, but I've not really thought about boys that way before. Still, that hasn't stopped me from worrying about if he wants to date me or not." "I've heard you two are dating," Alice asks with a cheeky smile on her face. "Is that true?" Still shaking in shock at what just happened, I put my head into my hands. "I don't know," I whine, unable to think of anything else but Marissa's evil smile. Alice is silent for a moment as I look down at my skirt and my dirty knees. I'm so angry at myself for being so weak. Why couldn't I break free from her grip? Why couldn't I push her away with ease? Why did I freeze up like that? I don't know who I am anymore. I don't feel like a boy. Nothing about me feels like normal. I don't feel like a girl either. I don't want people to see me as pretty. I defo don't want all this attention. "Alex," Alice says softly, approaching me to put a comforting hand on my shoulder. "You look tired. Do you want me to walk you home?" I don't care about anything else. I just want to lock myself in my room and forget everything. I want to get into my baggy clothes and try to forget what my body looks like. Maybe I'll even burn this bra I'm wearing. "Please," I sob into my hands. "I'm so tired already, and it's only my second day like this." "I know, hun," Alice replies, giving me a bemused look. "Coming to a new school is hard, isn't it?" That's not what I meant, but I can't tell her I was talking about being a girl. Mom didn't tell me this would be so hard. She made it sound like a piece of cake. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. I burst into tears. Alice tries her best to comfort me, but I find myself unable to explain why I'm so upset. I did this just so I could get onto the soccer team? How stupid! Now I'm stuck as a girl and I'm not even sure I can deal with that right now. Why did I think I'd be able to pull this off? Let's go, I say, sobbing into my hands. I just want to go to bed.